Hello, yogis. Thank you for being here. And I want to thank Sue for being here tomorrow for this recording. This is our Christmas yoga week. We've been celebrating yoga poses with Christmas poses through yoga poses. And we'll start with our Santa Claus breath. And the reason I'm calling this our Santa Claus breath, we're not doing the ho, ho, ho breath like we did last week if you were here. But the Santa Claus breath is the big belly breath like Santa Claus has. So as you sit tall with your eyes closed and focus on your breath, just think about that big Santa belly and pretend that you're inflating that big Santa belly with your oxygen as you inhale very slowly and deeply through your nose. And then draw that breath out with a big exhalation through your nose. And then repeat, filling that Santa belly like a balloon. Santa breath. This time of year in particular, Santa breath is very important because all of us have additional stresses upon us this time of year. They're not all bad stresses, but indeed they are stresses. So this deep Santa breathing helps alleviate the stress. And then as you continue to do a few more rounds of your Santa breath, maybe think of something that you're grateful for. That also helps reduce stress and anxiety. Something or someone for whom you are grateful. And let's please take one last big, long Santa belly breath. Bring your breathing back to your normal. And then please take the breath with me and Om in. Om. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki, the divine is the inner teacher. Let's start with our spinal warm-up, 6 movements of the spine. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, push your fingertips up, stretch your shoulders. Exhale, let the right hand float down, left arm comes beside your ear. Stretch those fingertips away from you. Take 3 big breaths here. And as you inhale next, bring your arm back up. Exhale, let the arm float down. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand on the right leg, right hand behind. Couple more deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Hands to heart center. Push your fingertips up. Stretch your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand floats down. Right arm beside the ear. Push into that right sit bone to help enhance the stretch. And it's 3 big deep breaths. And one more deep breath in. As you exhale, let that arm float down. Open arms in a T. Inhale, exhale, twist left, right hand on the left leg, left hand behind. 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come back to center. Let's do some head rolls. Tuck your chin, look down at the clock, 6 o'clock. Inhale as you come up the right shoulder with your chin, looking at the clock at 3 or 9 o'clock, and then go up to 12. And then come on back down over the left shoulder. Come back to 6, and then again, inhale up to 12. Exhale down to 6. Inhale up to 12. Exhale down to 6. And then lift your chin, come back to neutral. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, grab opposite elbows with the right arm on top of the left and push your elbows back as far as they'll go behind your ears. Keep your neck nice and long and soft, and try to keep your belly from sticking forward. Just try to hold your belly in as you do this and just have a neutral lower spine. And breathe. Now keep your right hand on your left elbow and then take your left hand and bring it between your shoulder blades behind you, as if you're patting yourself on your back. And then continue to push your left elbow back with your right hand. This is big on the triceps here. Big shoulder stretch and triceps. Release your arms, your elbows, bring your arms down, change the cross of your legs. And then we'll do our clock face in the opposite direction. So tuck your chin to 6. Inhale, come on up the left side of your body, look to 12, and then slowly come on down the right side of the body, back to 6. Inhale, up to 12. Exhale, down to 6. Inhale, 12. Exhale down to 6, and then lift your chin here. Back to neutral. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, grab elbows, left arm on top of right this time, and push the elbows behind your ears as far as you can. Soften your neck as you do that. Bring your belly in. So the tendency here, for me at least, is to overarch my low back. So just recheck what your posture is like and just put a neutral arch in your low back and bring your belly in. And now keep your left hand on your right elbow and let your right hand drop down between your shoulder blades. And keep gently coaxing your right elbow back behind the ear. Feel the stretch all in the back of your arm, the tricep area, and in your shoulders. Release, bring your arms down and shake them out. And we can't have Christmas yoga without angels. So let's take our angel wings up, elbows up to shoulder height. Start making little circles with your elbows. And then bigger circles, and bigger circles, and bigger circles, and then go in the opposite direction. And then pause at neutral as we begin to flutter our wings now. Inhale, exhale, bring your wings together in front of the face. Inhale, open the wings. Exhale, bring the wings up. Inhale, down. Exhale, forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. One last inhale, exhale, forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, up. Inhale down and release. Shake those arms out. And then please come seated on your mat or on a bolster, Dandasana. Just stay on my bolster. Dandasana staff pose. So this is Santa's sleigh, feet flexed. Your legs are holding all the Christmas presents. Bring your pelvis forward. Make sure you're got a little bit of an arch in your low back. Bring your shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and open that chest. Keep the feet flexed. Put weight into the right hand, and then the left arm comes up beside the ear. Candy cane over to the right. Keep pushing down on your left sit bone so it doesn't lift off the mat or bolster. Keep opening up those ribs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the right. Let your left hand fall on the outside of the right leg, right hand behind you on the mat as you continue to twist. So this is Santa looking behind him in the sleigh, leaving the last rooftop, saying goodbye, chimney. So keep your twist just as you are, and to bend your right knee and then wrap your left arm around your right knee, and then keep twisting. Don't forget about your left foot, keeping it active and pointing up. Good. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come all the way back to center and re-extend the legs back to Dandasana, Santa sleigh. Bring the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Keep that chest open, feet flexed. Put weight into the left arm, right arm up beside the ear. Candy cane to the left. Inhale as you pull up. Exhale down. Inhale, open arms. Exhale, twist to the left. Let the right hand float to the left leg, left hand behind you as you twist. Keep your twist as you bend your left knee and grab it with your right arm. Keep your right foot active and flexed. Good. One more breath in. And as you exhale, slowly come back to center. Reestablish your Santa sleigh for a moment. Feet up, knees up, shoulders forward, up, back, and down, chest nice and open. Take a couple of breaths right here, thinking about your posture, how your head is lined up over the shoulders. Shoulders are over your hips. Leg muscles are active. Belly in. Now, if you're sitting on something, please pop off of it, and we're going to do some core exercises on our backs. Start with your legs extended, and then arms overhead, palms facing up in a full body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right knee into your chest, and then take your hands, lace your fingers around your right shin, and just pull that in toward your chest. As you breathe. Now take a deep breath. As you exhale, lift your head and shoulders, roll your spine up, and bring your nose to your knee. Okay, now keep your nose to your knee and let go of your shin and reach your hands forward toward your feet. Now pick up your left foot about 6 inches off the mat and keep trying to reach your nose to your knee. Really push your back into the mat here. Okay, now extend left leg, right leg to meet left into your low boat. Keep pushing the low back into the mat. If your back's popping off the mat, just raise your legs a little bit. One more breath here. As you exhale, roll your spine down, bring your knees into your chest, tuck the knees in. Extend both legs so that your soles of your feet are facing the ceiling. Bring your arms by your sides, palms facing down. Now this is your resting point. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, push your low back into your mat and roll your head and shoulders off the mat and take your hands, pretend you're reaching for your feet. And breathe. One more breath. And then as you exhale, roll the spine back down, bring the knees into the chest, hug the knees in. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, lift your head and shoulders and bring your forehead towards your knees. This is called Pavanmuktasana. And then slowly unroll your spine down, release your legs back to the mat, extend both legs long, arms overhead, palms facing up, full body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, bring your left knee in towards your chest and take your fingers and lace them around your left shin and just squeeze that left knee towards your chest. Relax your head for a moment here. Now inhale, exhale, lift your head, shoulders, bring your nose to the knee. Okay. Keep your nose to the knee, release your shin with your hands and push your fingertips toward your bottom of your mat, to your feet. Keep your head where it is. Lift your right foot off the mat, about 8 to 10 inches. And now push your low back into the mat as you extend your left foot to meet your right foot into a low boat. Keep pushing that back into the mat. Really, really engage those abdominal muscles. One more breath here. And then bring your knees in, roll your spine down, hug the knees into your chest. Okay. Bring your hands beside your body as you extend both feet up toward the ceiling, soles of the feet pointed to the ceiling. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, push your back into the mat, lift your shoulders and head off the mat and reach your fingers towards your feet and breathe. One more breath. And then exhale, slowly roll down, bring your knees in, hug both knees into your chest. Take a deep breath. Exhale, lift your head, roll your shoulders, curl your spine, bring your nose to your knees. And then very slowly unroll everything, bring your feet down to the mat and pause here for a breath, just to release your spine. Now we're going to open up our hips. Take your right ankle onto your left thigh. Take your right hand, push your right thigh away so you can feel a gentle opening in that hip. And now we're going to take our hands, thread the right hand between the legs, left hand on the outside of the left thigh, and lace your fingers behind your left thigh. Let your head rest back down on the mat or on your pillow or bolster. And then just keep pulling your left thigh in towards your body as you push your right thigh away in this reclined number 4 pose or pigeon pose. And relax as you feel your hip joint open. Keep your ankle where it is. Just release your left leg. Bring your left foot down to the mat, but keep your right ankle on top of the thigh like you have it. Bring your arms to a T, palms facing up, and then just roll onto your left hip and let your right foot land on the mat. Your left leg is still bent, and then turn your head to look to the right. Good. Hey, knees slowly come back to center. Keep your ankle where it is. Now, push your right knee so it's sitting right on top of your left knee. So like you're sitting in a chair. And then bring both knees into your chest, and you're going to take each hand and grab the ankle that's closest to the hand. So your right hand's going to grab your left ankle, your left hand's going to grab your right ankle, but it's not as complicated as it sounds. And then you're just going to pull your heels apart as much as your hips will allow. One more breath. And then as you exhale, let go, uncross your legs, bring both feet back to the mat, pause for a breath, relax your back. And now take your left ankle onto your right thigh, take your left hand and push your left thigh away to gently open up that joint. And now thread the left hand between the legs, right hand goes on the outside of the thigh, clasp your fingers behind your right leg, and bring that thigh into your chest as you relax your head back down to the mat, push your left thigh away. Release your leg, keep your ankle where it is, let your right foot drop to the mat. Bring your arms in a T, palms up, roll onto your right hip and let your left foot fall onto the mat. Your right leg will still be slightly bent. Turn your head to look to the left. Inhale, bring your head back to center, bring your knees back up, keep the cross. Now you're just going to take your left knee and scoot it so that it's sitting on top of your right knee in a chair. And then bring both knees into the chest, grab the closest ankle with each hand and bring the heels apart as far as your hips will allow. One more breath. And as you exhale, release your feet, bring your feet down, uncross your legs, roll off onto one side or the other so that you can come into your table position. Adding knees here accordingly, and please have blocks available for your use within reach. Flat back inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, shin and tailbone, come into your cat back. Inhale, drop everything down, the toes, the belly, head forward into your cow. And then exhale, sit all the way back to your heels toward baby Jesus pose. Inhale slowly back to table. Exhale as you bring your right knee toward your chest. Now shift your weight so that you're able to take your left elbow and touch your right knee. And we're going to do a running reindeer here. So we're going to extend left arm and right leg out and then rebend elbow to knee. Running reindeer, extend, rebend elbow to knee. Running reindeer, extend, rebend elbow to knee. Running reindeer, extend, rebend elbow to knee. And this time we're going to extend and pause here into our flying reindeer. One more breath. then bring the hand down, bring the foot down, but let it keep extended behind you. Now, we are going to pivot onto our left knee, kick our left heel out to the side. Come line up your left hand with your left knee and your right foot and bring your right arm up to 12 o'clock. Now this is part of what's called Ardha Mandalasana. So your toes are pointing forward. We're going to rotate our shoulder in front of our face, and then hand comes down to 6 o'clock, and then come on up the clock and back to 12. And then keep on rotating the arm down to 6, and then up to 12, and then again down to 6, up to 12, and once more down to 6 and up to 12. Pause here. Shift your weight so that you can, here's where you can use your block if you like, underneath your left hand. Shift your weight so that you can pick up your right leg, bend your right knee, and come into partridge in a pear tree, Kapinjalasana. Kick the foot into the hand, open the chest, and sing partridge in a pear tree. Kapinjalasana, partridge pose. Okay, release, bring the foot back down. Your arm is at 12 o'clock, push into the left hand and come on up to starting gate with both hands overhead. Very good. Pivot your right toes outward. Take your right hand down your leg, left arm beside the ear, and come to the pearly gates of heaven. Okay, so from here, bring your arms back overhead and then bring your hands back down. And then you're going to now walk your hands back to the front of your mat, pivoting on that knee. Bring your right leg back in so that you're back to your table pose. And then inhale as your right arm goes out to the side and up to the ceiling in a twist. And then if you want, you just stay here, or if you want, you can wrap that arm behind you with the back of your hand going around your waist on the left side of your body. And then unwrap. If you're wrapped, bring your arm back down to table pose. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, come into your cat back. Inhale, cow. Dropping the belly down, chest forward. Exhale, baby Jesus pose. Inhale, back to table. Exhale, left knee comes into the chest. Shift your weight so that you can bring your right elbow to the knee, and we'll do our running reindeer here. So extend leg and arm, and then rebend elbow to knee. Extend leg and arm, rebend elbow to knee, extend, 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 and this time we'll stay here into our flying reindeer. Breathe. Good. Hand comes down, foot comes down, leg stays extended behind you. We're going to pivot on our right knee. So kick the right foot out to the side, line up your left foot with your left knee, or with your right knee, and your left arm comes up to 12 o'clock. In this half moon pose. Rotate this shoulder by bringing the arm in front of your face and down to 6 o'clock. Back up to 12, and then around back down to 6, back to 12, and again down, back to 12, and once more down to 6, and then back up to 12. This is where, if you want to use your block, grab your block that's nearby and lift your left leg off the mat into our half moon, bend the knee, grab the ankle into our partridge in a pear tree pose here. So this is a chest opener, as well as a nice quad stretch and a back bend. Release. Bring the hand to 12, bring the foot down, push into your right hand so you can come up to your starting gate on this side. Palms together, fingertips up, Take your left hand, or point your left toes away from you. Take your left hand and slide it down the left leg as your right arm comes beside your ear into the pearly gates of heaven. Try to keep that right shoulder back and up. Okay, inhale, both hands come back up. Exhale, come on down to the mat. And now we're just going to walk our hands back to the front of the mat again. Bring your knee in. Inhale as you take your left arm out to the side and twist up to the ceiling, and either stay here or wrap your arm so that the back of your hand comes onto the right side of your waist. If you're wrapped, unwrap, bring the hand back in. Shift your weight forward into an upward facing dog. So this time we have our knees down right now. You can pick them up if you like. And then if your knees are up, put them down, tuck your toes, come into downward facing dog. Pause here for a couple of breaths. Santa's little dog sitting in the sleigh. And then bend your knees, walk up to your hands. And then slowly come on up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms in a T. Come into Anjali Mudra. And then Tadasana, wise man pose. Breathe. Make sure that you be aware of what your posture is right now. Okay, take your right foot, step it behind your left. Bring your arms up. Take your left palm, face it to the ceiling. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist, and then we're going to crescent over to the right. So this looks like a candle flame that's sort of blowing in the wind. Really take that right hand and stretch that left arm as much as you can. Candle blowing in the wind. Come back upright, release, and uncross. Left foot behind right, arms up, flip the left palm up, take your right hand and grab your left wrist, and we're going to do candle in the wind on this side by going to the right. Come back upright, release, uncross, back to Tadasana. Balance pose. First balance pose. We're going to go, this is a moving balance pose. We're going to go from an ice skater. So this is the ice skater. Hand forward, leg back. This is the ice skater. Hand forward, leg back. And then from here, we're going to go right into a tree pose, Christmas tree pose. So ice skater into Christmas tree pose. Okay. Don't be afraid to use any help for balance. When you're finished on one side, shake your body out, and we'll do the other side. Ice skater to Christmas tree. And whenever you're ready, release that, shake it out. And we'll go on to our next balance pose with it, which is elf on a shelf, which is why I did all the prep work for our hips earlier. So elf on a shelf, this is something I never heard of as a kid, but until we had grandkids, now I guess everybody knows what elf on the shelf is. It's this little game the kids play where the mom takes the elf and puts it in different places around the house during Christmas. And I guess the game is to find where the elf is, right? So this is gonna be your shelf. Take one leg, squat down, bring that ankle to the thigh. So you're in a squatting chair, three-legged chair. That's your shelf. And then your hands or your elbow is going to be your elf on the shelf. Okay, good. Do the other side. Take your time, get your focus whenever you're ready. Balance is not too good today. All right, please come back to your mats. Have your blocks handy in case you want to use them. Excuse me. And come to Tadasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your knees forward, fold all the way down. Inhale here. Exhale, step your right foot back, plant your right heel so that you can come into your warrior one. So your feet are hip width distance apart, front knees bent, back leg is straight. Equal weight in both feet. Don't forget about the outside edge of the back foot. So now let's have some fun with warrior one by bringing our thumbs behind our head, spread the fingers so we have deer antlers. Reindeer warrior. Make sure you don't overarch the low back. Okay, bring your arms back in front. Now, have your blocks are within reach, I hope, because we're going to put the hands on the hips, walk the back foot in about 6 or 8 inches, and bring the back foot more slanted toward the front, not 100%, but more slanted to the front so that you can swivel your hips so that they're square to the front. Both legs are straight now. We're going to come from our hip crease forward, bending into a pyramid. And this is where you might want to use your blocks. So think about pushing your left hip back, bring your right hip forward. Think about leveling your sacrum here. And both legs are straight-ish. So the back foot is almost completely straight forward, almost. So you're still walking on railroad tracks. Okay, slowly come on back up. Take your right foot and step back and pivot both feet to the long edge of your mat to the right side. Have your toes pointing forward. Bring your arms to a T into our Bethlehem star, Star of Bethlehem. So your head is right on top of the shoulders, tailbone down, chest open. Push the fingertips away, push your feet away. Bring your belly in, relax your neck. Bethlehem star. So now, walk your heels in and walk your feet in so that you can bend your knees and come into a half of a squat. So your toes are pointing at a diagonal away from you. Your knees are in line with your toes. Good. And then bring your arms into goalpost arms, goddess pose. Keep thinking about rotating your thighs outward here. Take your right arm onto your right thigh, shift your weight, and bring your left arm beside your ear as you straighten your left leg. And then rebend the left leg, come back into goddess. Left arm on the left thigh, right arm by the ear, straighten your right leg. Back to goddess. And then bring your hands to your hips, walk your feet together, and then come back up to the front of your mat. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps back, plant the left heel, and come up into warrior one this side. Front knees bent, push your tailbone down so you don't overarch your low back. Equal weight in both feet, belly in, and then let's do our reindeer antlers here for our reindeer warrior. And breathe. Release, bring your arms back up, bring your hands to your hips as you straighten the front leg and step the back foot up about a foot so that you can bring both hip points forward. You're on railroad tracks, the back foot is angled so that it's almost facing forward, and then we're going to come forward into our pyramid pose here. Straight legs, using blocks if you like to rest your hands on. So once again, think about leveling your sacrum by bringing your right hip forward, left hip forward, right hip back. Okay, bring your knees, come on back up. And now we're going to step to the other side of our mat, feet apart into our Star of Bethlehem on this side. Bring the shoulders down the back, tailbone down, belly in, push the fingertips away. And now bring the heels in so that your feet are at a diagonal. Walk the feet in a little bit so you can squat down into your goddess pose. And then your arms come to goalpost arms. Bring your right arm onto the thigh, left arm beside the ear, stretch, straightening your left leg. Back to goddess. Left arm on left leg, right arm beside the ear, straighten the right leg. And then back to goddess. Good. Straighten both legs, walk your feet together, and come to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Pause here for a breath as you bend your knees, reach your hips way up high. Squeeze the forearms toward each other. And then bring the knees down. Sit back to baby Jesus pose. And please rest your forehead on something here. You would like to do a folded child pose, bring your hands by your feet so your palms are facing up, resting your hands by your feet so that your arms are around your body. Okay, slowly, please push up. Come seated without sitting on a bolster, because this is going to be a little bit of a balancing on our sacrum. And it's easier to do if you're not sitting on something. I'm going to go for a poinsettia pose here. Start in Baddha Konasana, where your feet are together, soles of your feet together. You're sitting, yeah, seated. And then walk your feet in towards your body as far as they'll go, and use your hands as leverage to make your spine nice and straight and long. Okay, so here's where the balancing part goes. You're going to rock back on your sacrum and take your arms underneath your calves, like so, and then touch your heels together, spread your toes, spread your fingers. This is your poinsettia. Yep. And then you're going to rock back. That's it. You got it. Bring your heel. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, beautiful. Good. This is really good for core strength too. All right. Release. Bring your feet down. Now you can sit on a bolster for a moment if you like. Extend your legs on the mat. Bend your right knee, bring your right foot to the outside of the left leg. Now either stay here or you can curl your left leg under so that your heel is near your hip. But make sure you have equal weight in both hips. Then take your left arm, grab your right knee. Inhale, reach your right arm forward. Exhale, twist, plant your right hand behind you. As you relax here, if you want to bring your left elbow to the outside of the leg, do that. One more breath in. And as you exhale, slowly come forward. Keep turning your body, plant your hands on the left side of your body, roll onto your left hip, bring your right shoulder around for the counter twist here. And then please come back upright. Extend both legs. Left leg will now go over the right leg. Either stay like this or wrap the right leg around so that your heel comes to the bottom. Left arm, right arm grabs left knee, and inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, twist to the left. Plant the left hand behind you. Keep your spine vertical as you twist. And relax in this twist. Again, if you want to take your elbow to the outside of the leg, go ahead and do that. One more breath. And as you exhale, unravel your body. Keep twisting to the right. Plant your hands. Roll onto your right hip and bring your left shoulder around. And then unravel yourself. And then please come onto your backs with your head facing toward me. Grab a block for everyone's favorite sacrum on the block. Okay, please slowly lower your legs if they're up. Lift your hips, remove the block. Keep your knees bent, plant your feet so that they're hip width distance apart. Bring your arms beside your body, palms facing down. And then we'll do a couple of very slow, gentle rolling bridges. So as you push into your feet, lift your hips up, roll your spine off the mat, and bring your arms up toward the ceiling, fingers toward the ceiling, and then bring them over your head, palms facing up. And if you can touch the mat above your head, go ahead and touch the backs of your palms down. And then very slowly let the drawbridge come down, swing your hands up toward the ceiling, roll your spine down, and have your hips come down, have your hands rest beside your hips. Release your back for a moment. And then we'll roll again, very slowly inhaling as you gently roll the bridge up, rolling onto the tops of your shoulders, the backs of your hands over your head. Roll the bridge down very slowly. Everything touches down, and then one more time, roll the bridge up. Very gently, very slowly. And roll the bridge back down. And then when your hips hit down or your bottom hits down, walk your feet together, bring the soles of your feet together and let your legs fall out to the side. Your knees fall out to the side in a Supta Baddha Konasana. Just relax here for a couple of breaths. And please now very slowly bring your knees back together. Hug your knees into your chest one last time to release your spine. And then come into your Shavasana. Your final relaxation pose. As I read you a guided meditation. Guided meditations are useful because they allow you to control your mind and not let your mind wander. If you just focus on the guide, helps relax the mind. Focus on your breath to start. Slow down your breathing. Take a mental body scan. Relax any tension that you find. This is called the Christmas star. Let go, let go, let go and breathe. Feel your body drifting into the universe. Allow the universe to support you. Say to yourself, I am here in this moment. And at this moment, this is all there is. Be aware of the in-breath as it enters your body. Be aware of the pause. And then be aware of the breath out of the body into the space around you. Now release the clutter and all the busyness of the day. Feel the mind emptying. Reach out into space, elevate up into space, and create some room to breathe mentally. Now imagine white light traveling up the spine from the feet to the crown of the head. And feel that light cascading down the front of the body like a crystal waterfall. Imagine you are a shining star. Feel as though you are being guided into the dark blue velvet sky, and against the background, how you shine. Put more energy into your shine until you feel yourself vibrating with light. And look, you're not alone, because the sky is filled with millions of stars, small and twinkling, large and solitary, groups and clusters, shooting stars. And you are being drawn into this light show. Direct your light towards planet Earth in the knowledge that your light will breach the darkness and help to heal and restore this troubled but fantastically beautiful planet. Now feel yourself drifting through the night sky, down towards your mat. Feel lighter, as if a weight has been shifted. Your mind has cleared. Your path is straight. And as you take a deep breath in, say to yourself, all is well. And all is well at this moment. Please bring your awareness back to your breath and your body. And make small movements to gently wake up your body as you deepen your breathing. And then bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And now please, very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And then please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. Jai Yogi.